friends, thank you for coming back. We have yet another family recipe that we're going to share with you. This one is really simple, really fattening, and super good. And Mamaw, you've been making this fruit cobbler for what, about 50 years now? And she's made it for a church function, she's made it for work, and you were telling us earlier that when you retired, she retired about 30?
When she was about 59.
Okay, so when she was about 50...
40 years, isn't it?
Okay, so about 40 years ago, she retired from working at Wyandotte Hospital in Michigan, and she was so famous for this peach cobbler that one of the doctors told her she was not allowed to retire until she finally gave him this recipe. So we're going to show you how to put this super easy cobbler together and show you just how good it is. So stay tuned for that. Okay, so we've got our ingredients ready, or most of them, but first we're going to take this 1.5 sticks of butter. We're going to put it in this pan and completely melt it in the oven while we get the rest of our batter ready. Now, Mamaw, this just so happens to be a favorite dessert of my cousin, her grandson, Zachary, right?
Yes.
And you've made this for him countless times. Now, he lives out of state now, but oh my goodness, did he absolutely love this dessert. So Zachary, if you ever watch this, now you know how to make it for yourself. And you also mentioned you had a niece, right, that used to make this, and what, she would sell it at bazaars?
Janice.
And stuff. Okay, so she has a niece, Janice, and she used to make this and sell it for bazaars and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. That's how good this cobbler is. You could literally sell it. Now, while that's melting in the oven, we're going to go ahead and get the rest of our ingredients done. So we have 1.5 cups of sugar. And then we also have 1.5 cups of self-rising flour. And if you do make this, you cannot substitute all-purpose for this self-rising unless you go ahead and Google what you need to add to the all-purpose flour to make it self-rising. But you will not get the nice risen crust on the cobbler if you don't use the self-rising. Okay. And now we also, the recipe here is a little bit different, but Mamaw actually remembered a key difference and something she used to do to this to make this batter a little bit more special. So in the original recipe, it calls for 1.5 cups of milk, but she actually remembered that when she drained the large can of peaches, you reserved some of the liquid, right, from the can of peaches, and it made it taste better. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to drain these peaches, and we're going to save the juice. And then I'm going to go ahead and put about 1/2 cup of this juice in my measuring cup, and then I'll fill it with a cup of milk. Okay, so there we have our 1/2 cup of juice, and then I'm going to go ahead and fill this with the milk all the way up to the 1.5 cup mark. Now we're going to add this to the bowl. Give it a really good mix to create a batter. What do you think? Looks good?
Yeah.
All right. Now I'm going to go ahead and check our butter and see if it's ready. Now obviously this is going to be very hot, so please be very careful when you do these steps. And this is the easiest part of this entire cobbler. You've got your melted butter. All you do is take your batter, pour that on top, and then you're going to take your drained peaches and put them on top. And also keep in mind, you can use other fruit for this. It's just, this happens to be the family favorite, and so that's just what we always make. And that's it. Now this is ready to go back into a 400-degree oven and bake for about 45 minutes until it's golden brown on top. And now, Mamaw, you had kind of a funny story about the importance of using self-rising flour with this particular recipe, right?
I put the recipe in the book, in some book, and I didn't put self-rising flour. I put just flour.
And then somebody,
a
doctor's wife that she worked with, you gave her the recipe and she used plain flour, right?
Yes.
And then made it for company and it turned out very bad, right? So make sure you use self-rising flour if you're gonna make this.
What's really good if you put ice cream on top too.
Oh yes, and we do have some ice cream. We are going to couple that together, so that makes it even better. Oh, that looks so good. Now we just pulled this out of the oven. Let's add our scoops of ice cream. And we have the perfect dessert. And there you have it, our family's about 50-year-old recipe of peach cobbler. And does it ever smell wonderful? Oh my gosh. And now, Mamaw, you've already taken a bite, right? Does it taste like you used to make it? Was it good?
Yeah.
Good. So thanks for watching this episode, guys. Really hope you try this peach cobbler, especially if you have company coming. It makes a really nice dessert. Add some ice cream, and you've got an easy and wonderful dessert to offer guests or just your family, so you can eat it all by yourself. Stay tuned for next week because we have yet another family recipe from the vault. Thanks for watching this one. Bye, guys.
Bye.
You gonna say bye?
Right. It's eating.
I know. If you like this video, make sure to hit the like button and hit the subscribe button for future videos. In the meantime, here are 2 videos you may enjoy. Thanks for watching.